Welcome to Trade Sensei channel. Hello and welcome to our first personal finance video for beginners. Today we will talk about budget management. Before we begin, it's important to understand what a budget is. In essence, a budget is a financial plan that helps you control your income and expenses to meet your financial goals. Now, let's see together the steps to create your personal budget. 1. Identify your sources of income. The first step in creating a personal budget is understanding where your income comes from. Consider all your sources of income, such as your salary, investments, extra side business income, or rental income. Make sure you also include regular payments such as corporate bonuses and 13ths. 2. Make a list of your expenses. Once you figure out your income, it's time to move on to your expenses. Write down all the monthly expenses you face, such as rent, bills, food, transportation, clothing, insurance, and any other recurring expenses. Be sure to include one-time expenses, such as medical bills and household expenses, as well. If you're looking for tips to help you control your budget, there are a number of things you can do. One of the most important is to track your income and expenses, so you can see exactly where your money is going. To do this, you might consider using an app, which can help you categorize your expenses and create a personalized budget. These apps can also send you alerts when you're close to going over budget, which can help you avoid overspending. Three. Set priorities. Once you've compiled your list of expenses, you need to set your priorities. This means deciding which expenses are more important than others. For example, rent, bills, and food should be your top priorities, while impulse buys should be at the bottom of the list. Remember, it's important to live below your means, not above. This might mean cutting back on unnecessary expenses like dining out or subscription services, or finding ways to save on essentials like groceries and utilities. Maybe occasionally get invited by your mother or aunt, or accept a delicacy prepared by the neighbor, or cook yourself a special dish using the tutorials on YouTube. 4. Find a balance between income and expenses. Now that you've compiled your list of income and expenses, it's time to compare them to each other. If your expenses exceed your income, you need to find a way to cut expenses and/or try to increase your income. You might consider cutting back on non-essential expenses or finding a side job or additional source of income. 5. Monitor your budget. Creating a personal budget is a good first step, but it's just as important to monitor your budget regularly. Check your budget regularly to make sure you stay on track and stick to your priorities. If you run into difficulties, you can always make changes and adjust your budget according to your needs. Finally, it's important to remember that budgeting is an ongoing process, and it's okay to make adjustments as needed. If you find that you're overspending in certain areas, for example, you might need to reevaluate your budget and make some changes. The key is to stay mindful of your spending habits and keep working towards your goals, one step at a time. With these tips and the help of a budgeting app, you'll be well on your way to achieving financial success. I hope these additional explanations help you better understand how to create a personal budget and how to track it to achieve your financial goals. Remember, budgeting isn't easy, but with practice and persistence, you can do it. Subscribe to the channel and stay updated on Trade Sensei new videos.